don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there is nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of this nightmare. But when I stopped to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes down to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try it. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home. There's no place to go, no one that can see through at the time of the light. I can see my life is crap, I have to see them too. I just live into my world, far from the pain, the fear. Just out of reach of desire, was not aware of the start of hell. But when I stop to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. I was so wrong, I was so blind, I was so dumb and out of time. I was so wrong, I was so blind, I was so If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there is nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Introducing GForceTV. GForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GForceTV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washougal Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GForceTV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GForceTV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GForceTV racing leagues. GForceTV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GForceTV.
Alright, good evening, Dirt fans, and welcome. We are live tonight here at the GeForce Racing League, and I tell you what, championship night here tonight. We're getting real quick here. We're gridding up for heat race number 1, and that's going to be the cruiseshopfw.com, because we got the Renegades here. And when we say championship night, we're going to talk about a lot. During the warm-up, we're going to talk a lot about the points and what the points battle is going to be like here tonight. So stay tuned, get ready, get geared up. But Doug, man, I tell you what, it's going to be exciting here as we're crowning champs here tonight.
Always fun on championship night. Stephen Goldner comes in as the current point leader, has a comfortable lead. Let me see. Let's do the math here. 44 points over Kyle Moonen, and well behind is Ryan Beagle in third. So going to be a fun night. Qualifying heat race number 1 is on the track right now.
Absolutely. We got the grid up here too for them folks here for heat race number 1. Man out front there, Sean Bowers. We got Kyle Parker up there, Kyle Moonen, Ross Corrente, Kevin Fry, Chase Hess, Stephen Fernberg, Jeffrey Barker, and Corey Cussler rounds out this top group here tonight. So, well, I'll tell you what, let's get set, let's get ready. Guys, it's going to be a wild one here. I want to appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight on our GeForce Esports broadcast system here. Set,
by the way, Joe, can you send me that link like you always do, sir?
Oh, yeah, my bad.
And yeah, big thanks to the Cruise Shop FW, like we said, for their sponsorship. They were with us all season long doing heat race number 1 here. And again, look them up, cruiseshopfw.com. Get some great deals on some great trips.
And hopefully in 2021 will be a better year and everybody can get out and do some vacation and, get some time out there. I know John, John Hine and company there definitely is good. But we got the 360 wing sprint. They're about to do some battles here tonight on this track, and we're getting set here 2x2s. Stormed all the way back. Sean Bowers, Kyle Parker and company up front. Pace trucks in. Green flag flies. We're racing here.
Open setup so the drivers can run the setup that they've been practicing on all week long. And a lot of these drivers, they get together as part of their team and turn as many laps as they can to try to find that perfect setup. Sean Bowers seems to have that setup as he is your early race leader.
Yeah, he is right now. Bowers looking good. 4th place. We're in that transfer spot. Moonen is the man sitting in it right now. He's got trouble on the backside, though, but Kevin Fry, he's on that push bar, trying to see if he can't get around him and hook on to it. Chase Hess is there, too. Got a lot of heavy hitter names on the outside looking in.
Yeah, Moonen is in that last transfer spot right now. You mentioned Fry and Hess. They're both right there. And Moonen needs to make sure that he gets in through this qualifying heat because he has a shot at the championship. So if he has to start further back and come through the consolation, his chances at catching Stephen Goldner go down significantly.
Oh, yes, it does. Kevin Fry still back there trying to see what he can do. Up front, they're still single file. He's got a heavy battle going on back here with Chase Hess and company. Stephen Fernberg, though, that's another name outside. Corey Cussler right there. Kind of look a little racy here on the track, but right now just nobody making any moves to try to get around anybody.
Early night track conditions here, and when Volusia's fast, it can get a little spread out as we see Moonen looking to the inside of Kyle Parker for position number 3. Doesn't need it, but again, this will put him further up the lineup, and it looks like Corinta has caught Bowers a little bit at the front of the pack as well. Love this shot right here, looking right out from Kevin Fry as he's just on the outside looking in. Boy, that was close there.
Yes, it was. Fry's trying to see if he can't put a haymaker on the inside there of Kyle Moonen. Kyle Moonen's working over the back end of Kyle Parker. White flag. Here we go. Final time around here. Does Fry have enough to get around him? No, he kind of slides off the pace a little bit.
Yeah, and moving up in there is Fernberg now. That's the car on the bottom that is now up in position number 6, but they can see the checker. They drive under it, and the heat win will go to Bowers.
Yes, it does, and Kyle Moonen is going to be the man hanging on the 4th place going to the feature, so the rest of the guys there are going to have to run the conti here tonight. Well, let's get it up here for the 2Ws Plumbing's contracting here tonight, and that's 2WSPlumbingLLC.com. Those guys definitely will get you hooked up on all your plumbing needs as we're going to grid these guys up here for our heat race number 2.
They're located in Naples. That's out in Western New York, so look them up. And like we always say, give them first chance at your business. Larry Moody, Jesse Bandy in row number 1. Ryan Beagle, who comes into the night 3rd in the point standings. Bandy, by the way, is 4th. Beagle will be with Fitzpatrick in row number 2. Blake Chapman, Terry Landis in row number 3. Joe Backus, Aiden Young, they will occupy row number 4. And Lane Snook, the youngster, Carter in real life, he will start all alone in the 5th row.
All right, heat race number 2 about to be underway here as these guys are gridding it up. Like you said, got some heavy hitter names here in this one.
You do.
Boy, and only 4 guys are going to be able to go to the feature here, and the rest of them are going to have to run the consolation. By the looks of it, Constellation's going to be a hot and heavy place here tonight.
It is. There's a lot of cars that are starting way back. I mean, Lane Snook has won some races here. He's starting at the back. Aiden Young won closest finish we ever had there a few weeks ago. So, and don't count out Terry Landis, Joe Backus. I mean, all these guys capable of getting to the front here tonight.
Sure is. Right now, Larry Mooney is going to bring these guys around. Jesse Bandy right there hanging on to second. Jeff Fitzpatrick right there in third. Ryan Beagle up to fourth. We'll have to see what happens if we go around the track one more time here at Volusia.
8 laps, top 4 get in. They inverted the top 4 from time trial, so Jeff Fitzpatrick, who started 4th, was the second fastest timer here this evening. Volusia track, a lot of the guys like Joe. Fast track, lots of room, good racing here.
Yeah, it is. You got Moody right there with Bandy, Fitzpatrick, Ryan Beagle, all these guys up front so far. Getting set 2 by 2, side by side here. As pace trucks in. 2 white machines up front. Drop that hammer. We're racing.
Down into turn number 1. That's Bandy on the outside trying to get around Moody as they'll go down the backstretch side by side as the field trying to get sorted out here to see the 90 of Fitzpatrick down the inside of Beagle for third.
Yes, it is. Jesse Bandy out front right now. He's got that high lane up there on the top side cushion. Down low, Larry Moody's there. They're going to go door to, well, I always say door to door, but it's actually tire to tire. I'm so used to door to door stuff here, but it's going to be a wheel to wheel and tire to tire there as Bandy's going to be able to take a little bit of notch in the front. Not so fast. Here comes Moody back on the inside.
Little context set Ryan Beagle up the racetrack. That opens it up for Terry Landis down low. How about this wing to wing on the front stretch? Here is Moody and Bandy still fighting it out. Fitzpatrick's in that yellow car. He's trying to sneak his way through the inside now. 3 wide for a moment. Oh, and 1 car now we're up the wall, and they got a bunch of cars flipping.
Oh, are you kidding me? And there's a wipeout right there. Well, and that took out the top 3 guys. Jesse Bandy, Ryan Beagle, Larry Moody, all top 3 guys. We got a new front runner, and Terry Landis who's going, boy, the Red Seas just parted, and I'm out here by myself. Lane Snook hanging on the second, Aiden Young the third, Joe Backus in fourth. But boy, that wreck right there just wiped out the top 3 guys, and just like that.
And when you look at these guys up front now, 1st through 4th are positions 6, 9, 8, and 7 at the start. So, wow, sometimes it's best to lay back and let things happen in front of you.
You know, sometimes you always say in racing it's better to be lucky than good, and it happens a lot of times. Not saying that these guys out here are not good, but some nights, man, you're feeling it. Some nights you're not. Lane Snook hanging on to second right there with Aiden Young in third. But those guys still are going to have one more shot. Here comes Terry out of turn 4. He's going to take that win here in heat race 2. Joe Backus is going to hang on to 4th.
Lane Snook, Aiden Young, they all get in. So not many races, Joe, where positions 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the starting grid are your 4 qualifiers and your transfer guys. But that's how it worked out here in this qualifier. A wild one here tonight at Volusia.
Absolutely. Schultz Heating and Cooling brings heat race number 3 for us here. It's getting cold out there, so you're going to definitely get those heaters, man, checked by Schultz Heating and Cooling as we're going to grid these guys up here tonight for heat race number 3 here at Volusia.
Let's take a look at them. Matthew Croakey and Michael Redding are on the front row. Stephen Goldner, your point leader, is on the inside of row 2. John Hine right there with him. Jack Clevenger, Maximum Langevin are in row number 3. Preston Cranmer, the VP, and Matt Ramsey. They are in row 4, and Cody Shands is at the back of the field. And this is the final transfer spot. Consolation race will be up next.
Yeah, Schultz Heating and Cooling, like I say, heat race number 3 here tonight. You know, definitely give those guys a shout out. If you're up in the New York area, I know it's definitely getting a lot colder up there, and it is down here in the south side of things. But hey, like I said, definitely got to have it. If you got commercial or residential, check them out. Schultz Heating and Cooling.
And at this time of year, it is a good time to get somebody over and look at everything. Sometimes you forget about that furnace filter, so make sure to look them up. 585-330-4992, and they're right out there in Western New York. Stock car racer by trade, too. So you can talk to Mike about his days racing as well.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. And it looks very, very promising and good, as always. Here we go. Heat race number 3, like I say, Matthew Croker up front there with Michael Redding, Stephen Goldner, John Hine. You got Jack Clevenger, Matt Ramsey, like you said, Preston Cranmer, Another heavy hit set of names here in the Renegades series here tonight. We're crowning a champ too, by the way, folks, tonight. I mean, so stay tuned. The points are going to be tight. We'll definitely know who's who. During our little intermission here, we'll talk a little bit about who's what, the season, the points, what to look forward to, and, all things here. As the green flag's about to fly, pace trucks in.
And all Stephen Goldner really has to do, as long as he just gets a transfer spot here, ends up somewhere in the top 3, and there he is right at the bottom, which is a safe way to go. He could get a good start. All he really needs is a top 10, and he's got this thing wrapped up tonight, although Clevenger in the 78 taking a look underneath him here.
Well, he does, and right now, Stephen right there is looking on the inside of John Hines to see if he can get a safe way into the feature here tonight. Hines is going to have none of it as he fires back to the outside. As Stephen Goldner there still trying to battle to the inside. Them guys, man, are just swapping positions left and right.
Croaky and Redding, they're running nose to tail at the front here as Goldner continues to run down low. Came up a little bit that time, but he better be careful because John Hine is right there with him. So big thing, like we said, for Goldner, stay out of trouble, get in a qualified spot.
Yeah, it is. And you see Cody right there. He is actually watching the battle in front of him there with John Hine and Stephen Goldner. But he's got his hands full with old Jack Clevenger. Them two guys back there swapping some positions.
Yeah, and Shands was off in qualifying. He was 9th. He was the slowest out of this group, so it's good to see him running well in this deal here, although he still needs to pick up one more spot. John Hines, the car in front of him, that is in that position right now. So we'll see how this shakes out.
Yeah, it is. You got Croak right up front there with Redding sitting in 2nd, Stephen Goldner there in 3rd, John Hine in 4th. All 4 of those guys kind of single file. He's riding along here with Cody, but he's still in the back end. He's kind of safe right now. The battle's on for round 6 and 7. Jack Clevenger and Preston Cranmer, those two guys, man, are trying to tangle it up with each other.
Cranmer gets by Clevenger with that outside move on the backstretch. As the field goes by here, white flag is out one more time in the final qualifying heat.
Matthew up front's got one more time, like you just said, but John Hines hanging on to the 4th place, and he's trying to see if he can't power around Stephen Goldner. Not going to happen.
Doesn't
out
look
of 4.
like it does, yep.
Nope. But he's going to hang on the 4th and find himself in the feature here tonight, along with Matthew, Michael, and Stephen.
So that was the big goal for Stephen Goldner right there, was to get in. So he will start, let me see, 3rd and 3rd heat. He will start 9th a little bit later on in the feature. Still have some drivers that are not in yet, and this consolation race will decide the rest of the field. We have 16 cars scheduled to take the green here. Only 12 will make it. Kevin Fry, Jeff Fitzpatrick are in the first row. Cody Shands, who just missed out, along with Steven Fernberg in row number 2. Blake Chapman and Jack Clevenger in row 3. Chase Hess, Larry Moody, row 4. Preston Cranmer, Jeffrey Barker, row 5. Ryan Beagle, who again came into tonight 3rd in the point standings, he and Maximum Langevin are in row number 6. Then you've got Corey Kussler, Jesse Bandy, row 7. Matt Ramsey and Jeremy Paulson is scheduled to go in the last row.
Absolutely. So as we look through the rest of that there, an awesome looking field here, and this right here, like we've said before, Consolation, B-Main, E-Toronto tickets, B-Main that is, and don't let the name, we've said it a million times, don't let the name fool you out there, folks, because even though it says E-Toronto tickets, yes, they are based out of Canada, Canadian, whichever way you want to say it. I've always said the Canadians, but
Great White North.
Great White North. There you go. Absolutely. I tell you what, if you watch that national anthem there, they got some beautiful country up there.
Yeah,
but
it sure does. Yeah.
They do the North American area. So, and the biggest thing about them, E-Toronto tickets, is they're fee-free. So definitely check them out.
That's the biggie. A lot of bands, a lot of things coming up in 2021 that we're hearing about right now, and of course, anything that got canceled, all the people are good with dealing in those situations. So don't be afraid to get out there and start getting some of the tickets for the big events that are coming up. And Toronto tickets, make sure to go to them first. Well,
I'd like to hear from you out there tonight. Who's your favorite driver? Who are you pulling for? You know, let us know who you want to win for the championship here tonight. I know Stephen Goldner. It's going to be a tough one there to try to knock it out of his hands, but it definitely could be done. So we'll just have to see. And then maybe your favorite drivers sitting back there, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. And, you know, we had some good close battles there, too. So let us know who you're pulling for, rooting for. And hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving out there. Green flag flies. Kevin Fry's out front.
Fitzpatrick's the yellow number 90. They'll do a little crisscross and swap lanes as they come out of turn number 2. No yellows, of course. Remember, in the heats or the consolation races, the yellows are going to be turned on later. I'm impressed with Cody Shands right now as he's looking for 3rd place after, again, a really rough qualifying effort. He's been very fast since they put the cars on the racetrack together.
And to get him up there, if he gets into the feature, he definitely could be one to look forward to here. Remember, 12 drivers here tonight go to the feature here. 3 are going to go home. Actually, 4 will go home. Excuse me. Corey Cussler's outside looking in. You got Maximum Langvin. Hope I said that right.
I believe that's right. Yeah.
Sitting in 14th right there. Matt Ramsey in 15th and Jeremy Paulson on the outside. But I'll tell you what, Jesse Bandy, he's got his hands full with Corey Cussler. Those 2 guys are trying to just put some left and right moves on each other for that last transfer spot.
And you see the red 84 on the outside. Ryan Beagle, remembers 3rd in the point standings. And he's got a lot of folks. Actually, Jesse Bandy is only 3 points behind him. So that's a race within a race for 3rd. So Beagle's got to make sure that he is careful here, too.
Yeah, he is. Beagle's hanging on to 10th place right now. He's in the show. Jesse Bandy's, though, outside looking in, though, right now. In fear of actually not making it to the show. But now he makes this topside move and takes over from Jeffrey Barker right there. For the moment, he's got it. He's up to 12th right now.
Barker's on the bottom in the black car. That's Maximum Langevin right behind him. You see Langevin, the 161 now, trying to look to the inside of Bandy for that last transfer spot.
Up front still, Jeff Fitzpatrick is out there, but I tell you what, this thing back here in the 12th place last spot, it is heating up. Maximum's got it for the moment. Jesse Bandy wants it. He fires back to the outside. Yeah, he did. He got a good move right there.
Yeah, he did.
Matt Ramsey's there, so I don't know who's going to be able to pull this thing off here back in this. About the 12th place spot so far.
Yeah, Langevin right now is being shown in that spot. That's the green and black car. He's being shown in 12th right now. Actually, no, 13th. They keep going back and forth. One more lap to go here as some folks, unfortunately, are not going to make it.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you what, right there, Corey Cussler made a slide job move on the inside of Jesse Bandy. Bandy is looking good. Here comes Maximum out of the last turns. Not going to be able to get it done. Corey Cussler is going to hang on to 12th. The winner here, though, in the consolation B main is Jeff Fitzpatrick pulling it off there. What a finish to this one. And what a wild one here to set us up here, to put us into our feature here tonight. And folks, we're going to sit here just a little bit and watch these guys, kind of go around on the, a little bit of practice here. And while we do, we're going to talk about the points and what's happening here so far. Doug, what we've got is kind of a race in itself tonight.
Yeah, it really is. And, of course, you've got the guy right there on the camera shot that we're looking at. He is the one that everybody has been chasing here in the Renegades all year long. He has been the fast car. And Stephen Goldner, like we said, with a 44-point lead. I haven't done the math exactly. I know it's somewhere around 13th, 14th, 15th. As long as he finishes in there and Kyle Moonen doesn't win, he should get the championship. So as a driver right now for him, I think he's probably breathing a little easy. He should have a pretty good starting spot. Let's actually look up and see exactly where he will start there. So Goldner will be starting in position number 9 for the feature tonight. So that's not a bad place. You can kind of let everybody sort out a little bit in front of you, Joe, and then take those chances when you get them.
And that's the thing too. He's just staying out of trouble. He knows pretty much that's what he's got to do. He's in the feature here. Kyle Moonen sitting there in second. The points. Ryan Beagle up in the third. Jesse Bandy there in fourth. Blake Chapman in fifth. Aiden Young sixth. Lane Snook seventh. Jonathan Short sitting up in eighth. Preston Cranmer in ninth, and Jeff Fitzpatrick rounds the top 10 here in the Renegade Series here for the GForce Racing League. Well, folks, we're trying the championship earlier on tonight for the Rebels and the Raiders. Here tonight, we're doing it for the Renegades. We do have, I'm not sure, is the Elite one on Wednesday too?
I believe so,
okay.
But don't put me 100% on that one.
I do know this Thursday, folks, tune in here on the GForce Esports channel. We will have street stocks. They definitely are going to have the championship, and obviously from that we're going to have the late model championship there. And then coming up after that, the new season, not quite sure when it's going to start or anything. Definitely go to GForceRL.com. As I always say, and it'll give you all the news that you want to keep up with anything out there. going on in the league here, the GForce Racing. But you know, definitely going to be not going to be. I guess they might call it the Winter Series. I don't know. I think it is because they called the other one.
So wouldn't you?
They called the other one the Fall Series. So yeah, I would say the Winter Series would kick off here, and it's going to be a good one. You know, obviously they got all series. If you're looking for a good, you know, good league to race at, check these guys out.
Go to the site.
Go to the site, check them out. So
yeah, message them on Facebook. They'll tell you what you need to know. You know, I'm looking here. I'm always a guy who on the final point night, I'm always looking down a little bit on the a little bit further down the list, Joe, to kind of see what's going on. Beagle and Jesse Bandy are 3rd and 4th. They're only 3 points apart. Then you got 5th, 6th, and 7th. Blake Chapman, Aiden Young, Lane Snook. They are all, well, actually, Chapman and Young are tied for 5th, and Lane Snook is only 5 behind them. Then Jonathan Short is only 9 back. So out of those 4 positions, 5, 6, 7, 8, those could change drastically there. You're talking about the top 10. Jeff Fitzpatrick is 10th with 412. Terry Landis is 411, and Jack Clevenger is 407. So this is a pretty good battle to see who's going to, because you know how it is in the points, right? 10th sounds a heck of a lot better than 11th, doesn't it, Joe?
It does, and you know, you bring that up, and you're right. I mean, so you've got some good close battles, like you said, 10th and 11th. Obviously, we talked about Ryan Beagle and Jesse Bandy, as Bandy almost was close to not making it in, and you know that would have been pretty much disaster right there. I don't know that he would have lost 4th in points if he wouldn't have made it, but you know, the battle right behind them, Blake Chapman and Aiden Young, they're tied, and then you got Lane Snook right there. What about 4 or 5 points back?
5.
You know, yeah. So I'm gonna say from 7th all the way to 3rd, those positions could change drastically before the night.
Everything could change. The whole top 10 could be all mangled up too, because you know, like we said, you got Landis and Clevenger right there, and even Ross Carrenta is only 21 behind Fitzpatrick for 10th. So a lot of things are going to change, and when you're out there, you know, you tell yourself not to think points, because the last thing you want to do is point race, right, Joe? They always say that's when you get yourself in trouble. But you got to at least be aware. You know, if you see somebody ahead of you, you know, he's 1 spot ahead of you and he's 10 points behind you. Well, I'll deal with that, right, Joe?
Well, and you know, you talk about Kyle Moonen, you know, what he has to do. In the last week at you know, the racetrack was at, he finished 3rd in the feature. He got 69 points. Stephen Goldner, just to let you know, finished back in 12th with 50 points. Now that's 19-point difference between those two. Not enough to obviously put him over the mark. Would be tonight, but again, another 10 positions or so down, he could walk away out of here with a championship. But right now, folks, we're going to our feature here, Strickland's GMC feature tonight. If you're looking for a car, truck, check those guys out up there, up north of the border, up in the Canada area. It will definitely get you hooked up and get you in a car or truck of your choice.
Brantford, Ontario. And just like every dealership out there, I mean, I like the GMCs. Joe and I have talked about this on several occasions on here. I love the looks of the new GMC trucks inside and out. But if you are looking for something else, maybe you're one of those Ford guys, Joe. I don't know if you know anybody like that. But you don't know anybody. Joe's a Ford guy, in case you know. But yeah, go up there, check them out. Now's the time of year. You got snow and weather, and maybe not snow down there where Joe is, but nothing wrong with a new vehicle to take on the winter conditions, and now is the perfect time to get one. Or if you're one of those guys who wants like a winter rat type thing, well, go up there and I'm sure they can work something out with you and get you something you can go out and have some fun with.
Absolutely. 24 drivers here tonight are going to take the grid here for the feature, and we're crowning the champ after this one here, folks, so don't go anywhere. I'll definitely get a talk in with those guys as you look through the grid order right there. Sean Bowers, the man's going to lead them to the green, and old Scott out there says he's going for Matt Croakey. So awesome. And I gotta ask, Scott, I see your last name is the same. Is this the dad, the brother,
son,
an uncle, son, or something? I always love seeing.
Just a coincidence.
yeah, well, that too.
He's got my same last name. I'm rooting for him.
You know what? I always like the family members, you know, getting involved here and
absolutely,
you know, coming out and watching their favorite driver week in and week out. So it's always a I don't know, a relief or just a comforting thing to see them come out here. But
it is.
I tell you what, 24 of these guys, we've seen it time and time again. I don't really, I'm going to go ahead out on a limb and say I don't see anybody coming through the field here. It's been a hard place to pass all night long.
Yes. Yeah, and the only reason we got the passes in the Woodies is because the top 5 all got together as a reason. So green flag is out here. Championship night for the Renegades. Big 30-lap feature here at Volusia.
It is now already out front, boy. Sean Bowers is firing on all 8 right now. They're 3 wide back there, around about 5th, 6th, and 7th place spot. Aiden Young and company. It is a pile up back there, but those guys are having a party.
They're making a Matthew Croakey sandwich in there, too, as he's the orange car that's kind of stuck in the middle. Caution out early here on lap number 2. It's not among the leaders.
Fernberg, Stephen Fernberg. Yep, so let's go back here on our Malcolm Mills replay. Don't forget about old Malcolm Mills there, Mill Writing. Those guys definitely done an outstanding job. But let's go back here and see what happened to Stephen. He was right there in the mix of a lot of that stuff. Way up high on the top side right there for the moment. 3 and 4 wide. Might have looked like he just got shoved up into the wall. Almost had it saved. Kind of went and zoom. Good recovery.
And there was another car that went down and got the wall. I think that might have been Joe Backus. I saw another car. Yeah, I see him towards the back. All of a sudden, he just took a hard left right in the middle of the front stretch.
I give him
multiple reasons.
I give him a 10 out of 10 on that one there, too. It was a good one. And Scott says, I'm the son. So, all right, good deal, Scott.
All right, there we go. Rooting Dad on. I like that.
Heck yeah. Well, right now, Matthew, he called him Matt, but we'll say Matthew because I don't want him yelling.
A lot of people use their formal name here. You know, like Jeffrey Barker. Nobody calls him Jeffrey. They call him Jeff. You know, so I'm sure Matt or Matthew is probably about the same way.
Well, Matthew right now sitting in 6th, so he's got a shot here. But again, all night long, I've not seen a lot of guys come through the field. Now, again, the biggest battle we've seen, we're watching right now is between Stephen Golder and Kyle Moonen. Well, those guys right now, they're next to each other. So I know Kyle Moonen would be like, "Hey, Steve, can you go a little further on back there? I want to win this championship if I possibly can."
Well, remember, it's funny that they're in the position right now because I mentioned it before the race. So if Stephen Goldner sees Kyle Moonen right in front of him with the lead that he's got, he's in good shape. What's that, Joe?
I made a mistake.
What'd you do?
Scott, Matt is his son. No, it's the other way around. That's the dad.
It's dad watching the race.
Dad's watching.
Gotcha.
So he said, "Ha ha, son," and I thought it meant that's who he was the son. No,
gotcha.
He's the dad. It's green flag flies. We're back out racing here.
It does.
Uh-oh,
wow,
car around. Oh, that's Lane Snook and Michael Redding. They got tangled up big time. Let's go back and watch it here on the Malcolm Mills replay.
They were 4th and 5th, by the way.
Yes, they were, and that happened on the restart here with Lane. I don't know if he might have had a little help or he just got loose. Everybody was single file. Watching right here again by Lane Snook. He goes to the inside and just got contacted, and then Michael Redding nowhere to go. Redding luckily was able to keep going, but tore the whole front wing off of that thing. And let's see if Lane's able to spin that thing around. Nope, he's just going to the garage with it. So, wow.
So he'll use a fast fix and come back out. He will have to go to the rear, of course, after doing this. And this changes up the order just a little bit, moves some folks up. Bowers leads. Terry Landis second. You can see the ticker there on the left-hand side will keep you up to speed on everything. It'll sort itself out here in a second, as it always does. And Goldner right now shown in 10th, and Moonen right in front of him in 9th. And they started right next to each other, and they're still right next to each other.
And I just got to take it back to the point I made earlier. This track, very racy tonight. I can see that. The problem I'm seeing, though, is there's not a lot of lanes to pass in. And I don't know it's just because the track hasn't been able to get broke in enough. It's been a very fast track. That I know.
Very fast. Very fast. Yeah, and I noticed. I was watching everybody in the practice there when you and I were talking, and you saw some guys going low, but it still looks like the high lane is the place to be. So we have to wonder: is the bottom going to come in a little bit with everybody running up high like that? We'll see, because we got a lot of laps to go.
Well, we do, and they're going to go single file again here. Sean Bowers, the man out front, going to lead them in the freight train here. Terry Landis, Ross Corrente and company there with Matthew Croakey sitting in fourth. I got to make sure I put the emphasis on the E there, so we'll see. But the green flag flies. Sean Bowers is back out front, and he's getting a good jump every start.
He's had a great start every single time, and you see how he's taking that defensive line a little bit, running down low to kind of stay out of people's way. There is the number 61. That's Terry Landis right there as we watch him working around the track as well. He is your second place, guys. The speed shot in the front shot to give you an idea how fast these things go here.
Oh, yeah, it is right there. You got Matthew Croak right there hanging on to the top side. You got Ross Corrente there. He's trying to see if he can't throw a slide job on the inside of Terry Landis. Back in the back, though, let's go back here with Stephen Goldner and company. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, the leader bounced off the wall there.
It did. So let's see what happened with Stephen Goldner. He is still back here hanging on to the 8th place. Kyle Mooning is trying to move away from him, just not been able to move too far up the track. Just maybe here, and Stephen Goldner almost got into it with Kyle Parker right there.
Yeah, and like you said, Moonen is doing his job. He started 10th. He's up to 6th, so he knows what he's got to do. And he's running the same line as there. He just went by right there, that black 24 you just saw go by. And there is Goldner as he is back there racing for 7th place now.
Yeah, it is. That's a good battle going on right here around about 4th, 5th place spot.
Look at
You've
this.
got Aiden Young, Michael Matthew right there. They are 2 and 3 wide. Oh, cuts the middle. Aiden does down low. That's actually Matthew. Boy, I tell you what, Matthew right there made an aggressive move to the inside to see if he couldn't put a wild move there. Here comes Kyle Moonen, though. He says, you know what? I'm going to try it.
Yeah, and Moonen actually got a spot that time, was able to get by Croakey. Now was right along with Kyle Moonen as he is right on the back bumper of the Cush bar, as you like to say, of the Terry Landis car. And this is fun watching this up high view. I like this right here as he's racing, trying to get 3rd place away. Oh, wow, there was somebody outside of him.
Yeah, it is Terry Landis right there. And you see Kyle. Oh, little contact. They made tire movement right there as they are all right up on the top side of that cushion. Very wicked up there. Here comes Stephen Goldner. He's not scared to get into the mix. They are still 3 wide. Boy, I tell you what, that is a traffic jam waiting to happen.
And those are positions 3, 4, 5, and 6. Croakey is in 5th. Moonen is in 6th. And you can see who's right there behind him, that powder blue car. That was Stephen Goldner, as he is trying to get into the mix now.
Yeah, it is. Matthew right there. You got Terry Landis hanging on to the back door of them so far. As these guys are very racy. The problem I'm seeing here, though, Doug, is the fact that it's a lot of racing going on, a lot of movement happening. Nobody's been able to move to the front. Now, I will give Kyle credit. He's moved a couple positions up, but he's just not been able to move to the front like we've seen in the past.
And here you go, Stephen Goldner with his default lane down on the inside, just grabbed 2 spots, gets around Moonen. So Goldner now shown in position number 5 as he looks to have a fast race car. Let it drift up a little bit on him that time, though.
Got up under the danger zone up there to that cushion and almost got to the wall. But here you go. Let Kyle push on the back end of him down on the inside. Terry Landis is there. Matthews looking good. Sean Bauer still the man out front. He's walking away from this one, but he's got Ross Corrente. He's got Ross Corrente pulling him in just a little bit. So let's keep an eye on that one here as we go back here to this battle still around about Stephen Goldner, Terry Landis and company, because it's about the hottest thing happening on the track.
Yeah, and you're talking about that, and when I said he was gone, I hadn't looked down in about a lap or two, but we've actually got a battle out front now for the lead, as Ross Corrente did take a peek inside of Sean Bowers that time. The lead was well up about 7/8 of a second, but you can see now we've got a battle up here, Joe.
Looks like that inside lane is coming to life here. We got a yellow just fly, and that's going to be, wait a minute. It's Cody
Shands.
Cody Shands. One of it.
Yeah, and he started last in his heat too, so.
Let's go back on a Malcolm Mills replay here.
That Shands on the bottom.
See, the reason I went said Stephen Goldner might have got involved with that. I wonder if he got a little pick on it, because he's right there near him. I have to see. Quite sure.
Yeah, they're 3 wide here.
Oh, they just got
There they go.
tangled.
Woo! Ryan Beagle just got lucky to get through there.
Ouch. Good job by him not coming back up on the track. Letting everybody getting by. Good show of sportsmanship on that end right there.
Yeah, like when the NASCAR guys are in the wall and they're turning right to stay on there
yeah.
because they know they don't want to mess anybody else up. So good job there by Shantz.
Well, out front, Ross Corrente, he was breathing down the back door. Sean Bowers, he was looking to see if he was going to make that slide job move on him. I know he probably wishes this thing would have stayed green because I think if he gave him another lap, I think another lap, he'd have had him.
Mm-hmm. New skin on there too for Corrente. I like it with the white and the orange on there. That's a good looking car.
Yeah, Phantom on the top side there a little bit. So you're right, definitely. I think I said before it looked like one of those creamsicles.
Yeah. It's a good way of putting it right there. Yeah. So, and Goldner, I think he might have been involved because I don't see him up here with these guys now. So
it said he was. Stephen Goldner's back in 12th still right there. I don't know. He's still back in 12th. Kyle Moonen is up to 5th. I mean, not enough positions for him still to make it up. But I don't know if Stephen Goldner had to maybe kind of make an evasive move to get out of there. He might have lost a few spots or so forth on that. But green flag's back at it again, single file. Sean Bowers is looking to try to get out front and see if he can't get away from Ross Corrente because Ross was able to run him down that last time.
As for Kyle Moonen, who's sitting back there in 5th, he's just got to concentrate on running his line, hitting his marks, and try to get a couple more spots and let the chips fall where they may. As Goldner, like you said, being shown 12th right now.
It is. Goldner right now falls back to 13th. If Kyle can get up here and maybe pull this win off, get the maximum bonus points, you know, he's still got a shot. Actually, we were talking about, too, another battle out there. You remember Lane Snook and Ryan Beagle? Well, that battle definitely is heating up because Ryan now sits in 14th. Lane is in 21st, so that's another one to look out for. And Steven, for some reason, he has fallen off the pace. He's back to 14th, just not been able to make up ground. But, boy, these guys are 3 wide back there around about 12th, 13th place spot.
And there is Goldner right there. You see him on the outside. That's Clevenger in the number 78. The Skittles are back on the side of Blake Chapman's car. Yeah. He's down there on the bottom. He does that every now and then. Look at that bunch right there. Wow.
Man, that is a wild race right there. Of 3-4 wide almost around the turn. And John Hine is around. Ouch. Yellow flag is out. Let's go back here and see what happened to him. If somebody threw the anchor on the boat here of him. Let's watch and see if he was just caught up into something. I mean, he was back there about 2 wide, and I don't know who that is in the green machine.
Yeah, that's Cody Shantz.
Contact. Oh, just a little contact between the two, and then he just slams the wall from there. Wow.
Tough break for John Hine. He has had a lot of tough luck lately, too. So
he has. Wrong place, wrong time. You know, he started out the season really, really hot here, and he's had, you know, obviously there's a lot of different divisions here at the GForce Racing League, and you know he's an outstanding driver there, John is, but it seems like here in the 360s he's definitely had an up and down season.
Well, this has got to be trying to do a week in, week out. You know, I mean, you can be fast, and all it takes is somebody just getting up to the inside of you and slipping up and catching your left rear, and boom, around you go. It's just, I don't know how the drivers do it. I wouldn't have the patience for it. I'll tell you that right now, Joe.
Well, it's been a long time since I've done any league racing, and when I did do league racing, when I did the road course racing, I would spend pretty much the whole week doing nothing but setting up for that race, and so I know it's definitely a chore, but it again. So a lot of what these guys go through, I understand it. Don't do that much now, but you're right. If some of these guys are out here doing 2 and 3 different leagues in a week, so boy. They got a lot of
practice together. You know, I practiced with a couple of people leading up to my road course race there on Sunday night, and it's amazing what you can learn as you're on headsets with everybody and you share information, you share a line, you share all kinds of different things, setups, all that kind of stuff, and it's frustrating when you put all that work in and then don't necessarily get the finish you feel like maybe you deserved.
Cody Shawns Okay.
Sean's.
Okay.
Like,
All
like
right.
a pair of people named Sean.
It's-
Okay, Sean's.
Okay, yeah, because I got you. So the way he's out there, Biggs out there, he's got a W in the middle of the NZ. So obviously we're not
okay.
showing it. So the W's not there. So but it's actually pronounced that way as green
Sean's.
flags. Back at it, and unfortunately Cody's back there in the 21st spot right now. Sean Bowers out front. Now what he wants to see is Matthew up there, get up there, maybe tangle up a little bit with Ross, but now he's got his hands full with Aiden Young, Kyle Moonen.
And Moonen, you just saw him a little bit there in the shot, the black 24. He is still sitting in 5th, unofficially with Goldner 14th. I am pretty darn sure Goldner would still keep it, but you can see Moonen still trying to get a spot, and he just moved up right there, getting around Aiden Young. That's Croaky right there in front with his son watching at home.
I would love, I think, well, I'm going to say it, but I'd love to see it either way, but I think Kyle would love to see it. It definitely don't want to see that right there.
No.
Aiden Young getting the back end of him, but he'd love to see this thing go green, but right now Kyle Moonen is fighting for his life to see if he can't maybe pull a miracle off here and a championship off here tonight. He is battling tooth and nail there with Aiden Young.
And you got to give Young credit. He lifted off the gas and gave Moonen a chance to get the car straight. So gentlemanly move there as they continue to race for position number 4.
Yeah, it is. 2x2 steal there as you got Aiden Young, Kyle Moonen. Definitely a kind of a nose-to-tail formation. Sean Bauer still out front with Ross Corrente. We'll have to keep an eye on see if Ross can run him down. Jack Clevenger, there, along with Kevin Fry. Those two guys are putting some sliders on each other. And again, Stephen Goldner, though, not feeling it right now as he's losing a little bit of pace for some reason. Back to 15th, but I think he's still, like you, I think he's still safe for the moment as the checker flag flies. Sean Bowers is the man who's going to win it here tonight. And Kyle Moonen is going to hang on to 4th here. What a finish to this one here at the season finale here for the Renegade Series.
Nice job by Ross Correnta. Not sure what happened with his car on that last green flag run because he was putting a lot of pressure on Bowers there towards the end. Ended up finishing a half a second behind. And a nice run for Matthew Croaky tonight with family watching back at home. So good job for him too.
Yes, it
he ends up
is.
3rd.
And I'm going to go unofficially and say right now, Stephen Goldner's going to be the champ by just virtue of where
unofficially.
he's sitting. Well, you never know. I mean, you might bonus points or anything could happen, penalty
drop,
points,
maybe,
drop, all that stuff. So we'll wait to get confirmation here in a minute, and we're going to move down here for a second, folks. Okay, we're still here. Just moved us down here one position.
Here, Joe, I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. We just moved down one position right fast. So, all right. Well, 3rd place man Matthew right now. Let's see if we can't bring him up here and get a word with him right quick, as he did an outstanding job. Well, let's bring up old Matthew and let's get a word with him.
Matthew, it's Doug Elkins up in the booth. How are we doing tonight, sir?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Not bad. How was it out there? Looked like it was not exactly an easy track to pass, and you had a couple guys that were just a little bit quicker in front of you. Started 3rd, finished 3rd. Were you a 3rd place car?
I was actually in the B race, transferred out of that, and so I had a little bit of practice before it. But I'll take a 3rd place run with these guys any night, especially if Ross and Sean Bowers running it.
How did the track change over the course of the evening, or did it?
From the heat races all the way till now, it's slicked off way more than I kind of anticipated from running the B division race. But with the setups that we have at Phantom Motorsports, I can't complain with it.
Nice. Yeah, so you guys spent some time working on those setups leading up to this race, I would imagine?
Yeah, we actually, I think about 2 weeks ago, we had another league race here, so we had a pretty dang good setup built for it.
Have anything for Ross? Because it looked like he kind of fell off a little bit there at that last green flag run.
I mean, it's kind of a one-lane track around the bottom, so he would have had to really make a mistake for me to get him, but I'll take 3rd place to him any day.
Who would you like to say thanks to? And I know we understand you had somebody watching tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my dad for tuning in and watching both races tonight. Power Outdoors, Phantom Motorsports, Chris and Rob back at Phantom for making the setup. Velocity Race Designs. They make my car look great every week, so I can't thank them enough.
Nice job, Matthew.
Well, I'll tell you what, third place man right there, Matthew. And as we're going to bring up our second place man here real quick, Ross Corrente, who did an outstanding job here tonight. Let's get a word with him.
Ross, it's Doug Elkins up here in the booth, second place. What happened there in the closing laps? Because it looked for a little bit like you were gaining on Sean Bowers right before that second to last caution.
Yeah, I didn't really want to see that the second to last one. I could tell I was reeling him in. I think he kind of noticed me coming, so I think at the last 7 laps or whatever it was, he just decided to stay at the bottom. Top went away too much.
Oh, so that's how you were able to catch him. That was what you were doing to run him down?
I kind of just ran the bottom in that middle line, the same kind of line that I ran on Wednesday in the Elite Series, and I don't know, I just, like I said, then it just feels like I do well here with that line.
Was it the line, or could you have done something different maybe with your setup to stay with him?
Well, I don't know. I think the setup feels pretty good. I just didn't have enough at the end, and when the track gets like that and the people just roll the bottom, it really takes for that lead driver to make a mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's almost kind of safe down there too, isn't it, to some degree? Because you kind of avoid anybody accidentally getting into you, right?
Yep.
Who do you want to say thanks to, Ross, for the nice run?
My teammates over at Phantom Motorsports, Power Outdoors for the sponsorship, and then Velocity Race Design for helping us look good. Yeah,
I like the car. Looked good this week. You going to keep that one for a while?
Well, I don't know. I always tell myself I'm going to keep them for a while, and then I just kind of get bored and make myself a new one.
Gotcha. Well, I'm a Syracuse Orange fan, so I like the orange. Good job.
Gotcha. Thank you.
There's old Ross Corrente, second place man here tonight, is our winner here, Sean Bowers here in the Southern Patio Enclosures Victory Lane. Sean Bowers, you in the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, Sean, tonight, man, you were the man out front. Now, if this thing would have went green a little bit, was you getting a little worried there? Ross looked like he was closing in.
Yes, sir. He's one tough competitor to hold off there. But yeah, at the end there, I was getting a little worried. That track was a little slick, but thankfully, Volusia gets kind of one lane there when it gets pretty slick like that, and played to my advantage.
Absolutely. It looked like he had the high lane locked down, but then he was utilizing the low line. I mean, was that something you saw? Maybe the low line was starting to come in, and the high lane was just kind of going away?
I actually thought the high lane would last, quite a bit of the race, but it faded away there with about halfway to go with that caution, and I just didn't want to risk it anymore, so I just decided to dug to the bottom.
Hey, I'll tell you what, and it paid off dividends for you here tonight, pulling it off here with the season finale here for the Renegade series to the GForce Racing. You got anybody you want to thank for the awesome win here tonight?
Yes, sir. Special shout out to Kevin Fry over there at BFS Motorsports, and the guys over at the firm, SBR, Sieber Racing Media, Majors Garage for the setups. I mean, all them guys over there, they're a bunch of fun over there.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Sean, man, you did an outstanding job for the Renegades here. Congratulations on that win. An awesome way to cap off the series here tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, Doug, man, it looks like, though, we got our 1 and 2 guys down here, and I'm pretty sure Stephen Goldner's going to be the man that pulled this thing off. Al Moonen, though, he tried, but
he did.
It was close.
Well, Roger's here. He can tell us.
Yes. Yep. You might be surprised how close it was. Steve Goldner had 1 extra drop week. Don't forget they get to drop their up to 2 drop weeks. And the final standings are Steve Goldner with 599, Kyle Moonen with 595. Points.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's bring up the second place man here, Kyle Moonen. All season long, you've been a heck of a competitor here in the Renegades. You did what you had to do. Yeah, you was out there racing a little bit, and, you went to the front like you needed to. But, hey, come out just a little short, but still second place, not bad. How's it feel?
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad Goldner still won it. I didn't want to win it by bad luck or anything like that. So it's still cool. Glad it came down to that close. Makes me wish I have used the bumper a little bit, maybe gained a few more spots there at the end.
Hey, I tell you what, well, we saw you coming through the field. This place looked like tonight it was just very hard to come through the field, but I mean, you were able to get up there. Let me ask though, if you think it would have went green longer than what it was, do you think that might have helped you get to the front easier?
I don't know, really. It was kind of more if I could have just cleared the 2 car and that Aiden Young, I would have been all right. But every time I'd get a run on them, they'd get squirrely. I'd have to lift, so we didn't wreck both of us. And yeah, I don't know if I could have cleared one of them, them quick on a restart. It would have helped for sure.
Hey, I tell you what, Aiden, he definitely raced you hard right there at the end, but it's good competitive style racing. You came home tonight here in 4th. You're a couple positions out. You still did an outstanding job to cap off the Renegade Series. You definitely want to have anybody you want to thank coming home tonight, 4th and 2nd here in the points?
Yeah, and by the way, too, that was good racing. With Aiden, I definitely don't expect those guys just to roll over and park, just because Goldner and I are racing. But pretty much just everyone at Bandy built, Jesse and Brandon and Fitz, they put a lot of time into the sets, and Goldner helps a lot too. And Ross Krenna keeps the paints looking good. I definitely like this new one a lot that he did, and that's pretty much it. And thanks, Roger and everyone, for putting the league on and you guys broadcasting, and we'll see you next season.
Hey, I tell you what, it was an awesome one. It was a fun time, man. And standing out there, me and Doug, man, loved, enjoyed, man, watching you guys race week in and week out. Again, congratulations on an awesome season and a run for you there, Kyle.
Hey, I appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right. Well, I tell you what, man, Doug, we're going to bring up this guy here because he did what he had to do, and that was stay out of trouble. And he's the champ, Stephen Goldner. How's that feel?
It feels good. I mean, we had a rough night, but still feels good to come out on top over Moon in there.
Well, was it being as close as it was? It looked like you were struggling a little bit tonight. Was you just not feeling it? The setup a little bit off. I mean, Kyle looked like he was doing what he needed to do, just go through the field. But there, at one point, looked like you had a good, hanging on pretty good, but then all of a sudden, just kind of started dropping off.
Yeah, I mean, we started out pretty good, and then I just kind of couldn't really find something that worked. I just kind of struggled for most of the race, to be honest with you. I got new pedals earlier this week or last weekend, and I'm not really used to them. Kind of struggle with that too, but it's a good night though for sure, I think.
Hey, it's always a good night to come out of here and still be the champ. I mean, that's definitely one way to look at it. I mean, whether you dodged the bullet or not, you definitely consistency all season long, being one of the top-rate drivers here in the Renegade Series in the GeForce Racing League. It definitely look good week in and week out. But hey, they can't take the championship away from you. Definitely earned that here tonight. You got anybody you want to thank for this awesome season and for the championship?
Yeah, I gotta thank all the guys at Vanderbilt Racing, Fitzy and Jesse and Moonin and all the guys, Lacey, Brandon for sure. I mean, everyone's super helpful with setups and stuff. And thank Powerhouse Motorsports, Wagman Bros, Bio.com, Velocity Race Designs, and Dirt Doctor Trucking.
Well, I tell you what, Steven, definitely awesome way to cap off this season. Me and Doug has had an awesome time watching you, and you're well fun, absolutely. My center's there, and it's been, a great one. Again, congratulations, you're the champ here in the Renegade division. Again, congratulations, our Stephen Goldner.
Thanks a lot. Hopefully, we can talk to you again at the end of next season.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, man, awesome way to cap this off. Not sure, man, if Roger Nim wants to throw anything else here for the end here tonight, and because it has been an outstanding season so far. Doug, I don't know any other way. I mean, it was outstanding racing here tonight. These guys, man, put their heart and soul out on the track week in and week out here for the Renegade Series here at the GeForce Racing League. You got any final thoughts here tonight?
Well, I thought it was nice that it ended up being as close as it was, and I often wondered if Steven, when he was back there, might have been doing a little math in his head too, because with the drops, like Roger said, it could get very interesting there. So anytime you have a league where it's 4 points between first and second place, that tells you how good the competition is, and I just feel good. I was actually ahead of Steven for a little while last night in the road course race before he blew by me, so I can say I was ahead of a champion for a little bit.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, champion, definitely well-deserving, as all these guys are here in the Renegade series. They put their heart and soul in it week in and week out. Well, for myself here and Doug and everybody here at the GeForce Racing League, we appreciate you tuning in. And for the man, Stephen Goldner, and that man, Sean Bowers winning the race, Stephen Goldner being the champion in the Renegade series. Folks, don't go anywhere. We definitely will be here this Wednesday night here in the GeForce Esports series on YouTube. Check them out for the Elite series, and then we'll be back here on Thursday. We had an awesome run. So until then, everyone, have a good night.
Introducing GeForce TV. GForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GeForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washougal Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GeForce TV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GeForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GeForce TV racing leagues. GeForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GeForce TV.